Good evening, everyone. They asked me why I supported the Marcoses. Actually, it all started when I saw the First Lady over television when she went to court holding her rosary. I felt pain seeing her suffering like that. So I prayed and I asked God to I will be given a chance to see her. So after seeing her personally in 2017, where I said to her, I will help them, help the Marcoses, bring back the legacy of the late Ferdinand Marcos to the ears and eyes of the people, because they are accused, they've been attacked. Like me, I am also attacked, as if the whole world hated me. But I believe God is on our side, so I can relate how it feels when everybody talks bad against you despite all the goodness you have done to the community. So I felt also that. So hindi nagkaiba. Pero nung nakita ko sa TV, yung unang ginang Imelda Marcos, when she went to have to a court hearing, hawak niya parati yung Holy Rosary. So doon ako nakasabi na, if this family is a bad family, then their strength is with God. So hindi, parang merong mali eh. So then I am convinced that all that are being said against them are all lies and accusation, and it hurts much. I am very impressed of the former First Lady for her strength, kasi ako being accused, become the issue of the community. If I am not impressed by her, surely I could have been killed myself due to depression. But looking at Madame Imelda Marcos, she gave me some strength to stand and fight for the truth, to clear the name of her family, the legacy of her husband. So I said to them, to my group, the Ophirian Lemurian Tribe, Tribo Pagadianon Association, here in Pagadian, or most particularly in Region 9, I know there are Marcos Loyalists, but because of the event in 1986, they go silent, they hide like rats in fear of cats. But now, I tried to revive this group. I tried to revive the Marcos Loyalists. After I met former First Lady Imelda Marcos at Congress, as I arrived home, syempre nag-byland lang kami. And Madam Imelda Marcos knows that, because talagang nakausap ko siya with some group of people. Parati nga kami doon pinag-picture. So, doon pa lang sa Congress, I was thinking, will I ever see her again? Kasi I treated her like my grandmother, even though sandali lang yung pagkikita namin, because I am very much moved of her faith, that God will help her when she faces all trials at court. Now, I don't know how to say this, but every time I see this family attack, para akong nasasaktan din. maybe because I have experienced the same experience, no? Even though it's just a short time, pero sila since 1986 hanggang ngayon, binabato pa rin sila ng mga issues na hindi naman totoo. Sabi ko, why are this happening? We are a Christian nation in Asia, and and we are all praying the Lord's Prayer. Sa Lord's Prayer, nandun na kasi, forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. My dear fellow Marcos Loyalist of Region 9, walang kasalanan ang mga Marcoses. When I went to Imelda Marcos last 2017, October 9, my opening remarks to her was, Ma'am, wala kang isauling gold sa kaban ng bayan because there is no such thing as ill-gotten wealth. Nashock si Madam Imelda Marcos and she replied, wala naman talagang ill-gotten wealth. And then sabi ko, yes ma'am, I believe. That is what I am doing now in Pagadian, revealing the truth about your family. And allow me to help your family build this nation great again. Ganon. And I told her, kasi I was reminded by my companion na baka sabihin ng mga tao sa office ni Madam Imelda Marcos, we were there to solicit money. So, I told her, Ma'am, we are not here to solicit you money. We are here to tell you that there are still who believes the Marcoses in Region 9 and in Mindanao particularly, especially in Pagadian. But then we felt a little like an orphan kasi we never saw any Marcos. We never see a family of Marcos, a relative from the Marcos who visit the Pagadian City. Para bang ang layo ng, ang layo, para bang a family separated from a family. So sabi ko, we are not here to solicit. Ma'am, from Pagadian. Sabi niya, oh, from Pagadian. Yes, ma'am, we travel by land. We pass from San Juanico Bridge, and we saw the projects of the late Ferdinand Marcos. Ganon. And I realized that everything has been prepared. So pag uwi namin sa Pagadian, I emailed to Malacanang na we have to move for with these relays on the train connecting Manila, Cebu, and Mindanao, or Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, back to Sabah, and then Sabah, Malaysia, then back to the Philippines, because that is one of the project of Ferdinand Marcos. So I explained there, if we continue this farm to market road, if the carrier has nasisilaan yung sasakyan, syempre mabubulok na yung product ng ating farmers. And sa Roro naman, isasakay siya ng barge, aabutin ng masisira na rin yung product. So, tapos pag gawin naman yung airplane or i-airlift yung mga products ng ating farmers, hindi nila kaya. They can't afford it. So, I propose this farm-to-market railway connecting Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, and Sabah, Malaysia, which will benefit much are the farmers kasi they could travel. The products can reach the destination as fast as the bullet train. So, yun. And here in Pagadian and elsewhere, wherever I go, I took with me my laptop. Then I gathered people, and then I discussed about the Marcos. I showed them video presentation. Some interrupt during my talk and then speak ill against my topic, and including me. So instead na, alam mo, hindi talaga madali kasi we thought that we go to certain place because that is my purpose, is to revive the Marcos Loyalist here in Region 9. So we go to a certain town or certain place, people will gather, and then when I start talking, there will be an interruption, and it hurts me when they said, the Marcos, you're done anything that is so painful, but I kept my heart calm. I don't want to make fight. And I said, if we want freedom, truth will set us free. Ganun lang ako. And then when I go out from the venue, majority's eyes are against me. So I thought, if I die here in this place because I want to revive the Marcos Loyalist of Region 9, then the truth is worth dying for. That's why, brothers, my fellow Marcos Loyalists, I do this because logically, if we have an idea that it is really lie, those accusations against the Marcoses are lies, because during the first presidency of Ferdinand Marcos, the Philippines is totally ruined because of World War II. Walang-wala ang Philippines. Sino ang nagpabalik sa paa, nagpatayo ng bansang ito sa kanyang paa? It's Ferdinand Marcos. Sinong nagpagawa ng mga hospitals? It's the First Lady. I believe that Ferdinand Marcos and former First Lady Imelda Marcos are the builder of this nation. And this accusation of pagnanakaw sa gawa ng bayan, it's very, parang hindi ko matanggap na totoo kasi they do their best to build this country back on its feet after the ruin of World War II. Totoo. If masama sila, hindi siguro magkaroon ng sariling eroplano ang Pilipinas na pinagmamay-ari ng ang ating bansa, ng ating gobyerno, na hindi maghihirap yung mga tao, because even the Imelda Marcos have this love bus, na nagbibigay ng free ride sa mga hindi kayang masahe. The Philippines, even though if I wasn't born that time, I see the greatness of the Philippines because of the Marcoses. Nung pinaalis sila sa Malacanang, they want to go home to Paway, Ilocos. And now I realize that why Ferdinand Marcos wants to extend his presidency, because he wants a complete healing of this nation to be great, because he is already sick. That gusto niyang umalis siya sa Malacanang, or gusto niyang mamatay siya na maayos ang bansa. Pero ano nangyari? They were taken to Hawaii, and they were forbidden to set foot to the Philippines. So lahat ng mga proyekto ni Ferdinand Marcos na nakatulong talaga sa ating bansa, binebenta. The Philippine Airlines was sold to a private businessman. The electric, geothermal plants were closed. The Napo Court is sold. Lahat-lahat ng mga magandang proyekto, because this team wants the legacy of Ferdinand Marcos erased from the minds of the people, kasi gusto nila maging masama ang mga Marcoses. Sa totoo lang, the oligarchs are the one who wants Marcos out, because ang mura na mga bibilihin niya. And hindi sila kikita ng malakas. Hindi sila kikita ng malaki. Because ang mura lang ng mga bibilihin. So they want him out. Tingnan mo, after the Marcos left Malacanang, pataas ng pataas ng pataas ng ating prices. Paubos ng paubos ang ating government resource property. binibenta. It never happened during the reign of the presidency of Ferdinand Marcos and Imelda Marcos. Though I am born in 1980, I felt that this former glory of our country should rise again. You know, I should be proud upon hearing that the Philippines during the presidency of Ferdinand Marcos is the richest country in Asia. Hanggang ngayon, even the President of America, the former President Bush, when asked by a certain TV, Mr. President, who is the richest country in the world? Then President Bush smiled and said, the Philippines. If the President of US claimed that we are rich, what happened? My dear Filipino people, our economy is controlled by some for their own gain. Now, if Ferdinand Marcos is a bloodthirsty president during his office, during the EDSA revolution, he could ask or he could command the military to shoot those protesters, but no. His order was to disperse them without shooting anyone. Now let us compare with the Hacienda Luisita. What happened to Hacienda Luisita? All of us knows of this massacre. Now who is now bloodthirsty? I don't know if maybe after you heard this, I myself be afraid. You know, I don't know, but I just pray to God for my safety. Again, I am not born in 1970s, but I am born in 1980s. And during the EDSA revolution, I am only 6 years old. I'm 86 years old. 86 years old. I'm 6 years old because 1986, I'm 6 years old. So my fellow Marcos Loyalist, hindi na po ang panahon ng ating pagtago. Hirap na po ang ating bayan. It's time for the poor, the poorest of the poor, the voice of the masa. Kung nagawa nila ang people power noon, then let's do it again prayerfully. Tingnan mo, we are trying to make a candlelight caravan or a caravan of light. Immediately there is an executive order that no more caravan. See? But before that, they go caravans, the other things. Now, if Cardinal Sin in 1986 calls the Filipino people to march outside, I'm calling all those true Filipino people who believes in the truth to come out, help BBM in his candidacy. Think of our future generation. Ako nga, as a leader of the Region 9 Marcos Loyalist, I am very happy that I am now part of the KBL party, Kilos ng Bagong Lipunan, Kapisanan. You know, I am not rich, but in a little way, in my resources, I made it possible. Gumastos ako ng tarpaulin, yung wala kaming office, so yung nakikita namin yung nalagyan ng mga corn, sa Bisaya tinawag yan landahan, ginawang bahay, para lang kung saan magtitipon-tipon ang mga Marcos Loyalists. Our group here is poor, but I thank God because even though we are poor, He provides that I could still share to the poor. And I'm doing it on behalf of the Marcoses. I go to the poor, to the peripheries, for Jesus and for the Marcoses, because sabi nga nila, Sir, we Marcos Loyalists in Region 9 felt as an orphan because we never heard or see as somebody from the Marcos came here to visit us. So, and I said, okay, be thankful because we are doing these humanitarian services for the sake of the Marcoses. We will go to the people and tell them the concerns were still heard by them. Ganon. And that is how I am committed to my promise I gave to Imelda Marcos during my meeting with her in 2017. And I said to her, allow me to help the Marcoses bring back the legacy of the late great Ferdinand Edelin Marcos. To go back, nagsimula ito sa nakita ko si Ma'am Imelda na pumupunta sa court, sa hearing, hawak ang rosary. Doon nagsimula how I am moved and touched by her. Sabi ko, she's like my grandmother. Gusto ko nga siya yakapin. Sabi ko, oh, can I be your adopted grandson or whatsoever? But I am not worthy of that because I am poor. She is rich. So I'm doing my own little way. As far as this effort goes, I am doing this not only for them, but for our country, the Philippines. Thank you and mabuhay.